This is culturally inappropriate.
Wagwan, it's your humble host, Big Truck. Hey, yo, shout out to Tip Network. Check out this clip, and we're going to have an adult conversation. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet, and let's get this work. Last time that I checked.
Go forth and kill them all.
A sucker will dedicate everything to making his alleged woman happy. That's the life of a sucker. Going out your way to make some woman happy. Because if your woman is naturally happy, you ain't got to go out your way to try and make her happy.
Facts. Let me say this. A woman would be secure enough to where you ain't got to go through all that. She'd be an asset, not a liability.
If you got a woman that's not happy, you are living a living hell, trying to make her life better.
Welcome back to NNN, where we give it to you straight, no chaser. Look, Ayesha Curry.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct.
If that is the game plan, why did you get married? Why did you say yes?
You talk to Steph about it?
He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't.
I sincerely doubt that somebody is telling Savannah James she needs to go sit down somewhere. I don't feel like they're saying that to her.
Because the other side had a conversation with her. And she knows to stay in her lane. With Ayesha Curry, she's stepping out of bounds. I'm coming at it in a whole different angle. Don't let the other side come talk to you. Because the other side will quiet you, humble you. Stephen Curry is the moneymaker. He gonna be all right. Is you gonna be up Shitwater Creek without a paddle to row in?
Everything goes back to, her wanting to be an actress and her goals and her visions, and she was supposed to be the breadwinner, and, her name is not the moniker, and it was an adjustment for her and everything. And it's like, but what do you want? Because you have, what do you, so you want to be married to this man. There were so many clips of her going onto the court and trying to mark her territory. You don't want him cheating on you. You don't want him sleeping around. But then, at the same token, this is how you're displaying yourself. So what are you telling all these other women who would love to be in your seat? They're gonna try hard. They're like, oh, we can't wait till you slip.
I mean, how you just gonna disrespect your husband at every turn? Every chance you get a camera in front of you, you never complimentary to the man. You carrying his last name. If you didn't like him that much as you sound like you don't like him, first off, why'd you walk down the aisle and wear his name? And you need to change your name back to your maiden name, because I'd take my name from your ass. You can't.
Could it be that you're doing this shit for attention? Because you are jealous of the attention that your husband is getting, and you're not getting any. And this is a way of keeping you relevant, of keeping some type of attention on you to behave this way. Why are you behaving this way all of a sudden? Right now, what's going on behind the scenes?
All I want to say about, women that go on that podcast, shouldn't women be allowed to have their space?
Yes, she should. But you should also have some reservations if it's gonna make your significant other look stupid.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married.
But you said yes. You said yes. No one made you. No one told you what you had to do. You chose to do it. What's really hood with you?
So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
What she said there, I think, was quite reasonable. They asked her if she saw herself in this place, and she said, no, I had these other plans for myself, who I would be in a world, what I would do. And then I got into this relationship so young. She said, you never know where you're going to end up. Basically saying, you make plans and then life happens and they go in a different direction. Anticipate. And I think if you ask the average 16-year-old or 18-year-old,
I agree,
what they want to do and where they're going to be in 10 years, and then you look at them 10 years later, the gap between what they said they were going to do and what they actually did is huge.
Life-altering things. You know, again, Elohim will throw a curveball in your mix. And sometimes we have to play the cards that we're given, that we're dealt. And when we play those cards, it's up to us to be mindful of how we play the cards that were given to us.
Based off things she said, based off things she's done, they immediately went back and found the clip when she went on the show with Tia Mowry.
I think it's time for a drink. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel!
And I hope that he's putting everything in his mama's name. Because it seems like you gearing up for the motherfucking divorce proceedings. Yeah, you joining the 95% of females that start divorces.
My ex-wife is part of that 95%. It amazes me how one day a person decides to wake up and says, I don't want to be married to you no more.
Yeah, man, we in it for the long haul, but y'all just jump ship and run. Because there's money in it for you. Oh, yeah, and the scene where she's taking off the ring on somebody's show. Yeah, check it out. Somebody need a lawyer? Steph Curry, lawyer up!
Do you think that most women are inherently evil or scammers? Do you think that from what you see?
I do, and I definitely do say that. One of the reasons being a lot of women
It's true.
don't know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's true. A lot of women don't know what they want. And so they get into these situations of what, either their friends or their family or society tells them that they're supposed to do.
A large number of women see the life that they want from social media and entertainment. That's what I believe. And that's what I know. That's what I see. In addition to that, taking bad advice from other women that have been hurt, that have been done dirty, that are bitter, that are angry.
And they do all the right things to get there. Then when they get there, the real them comes out. Women are hormonal, right? We're completely different than men. But a lot of times, women are so wrapped up in their emotions and their feelings, which feelings are fleeting. And they make these brash decisions, and that's scary. Because a man who's stable, who's in a situation, can just wake up one day and be like, who is this?
You have to think before you speak. You have to think before you move. A large number of women do not think before they move. They act off of emotions. And then when shit backfires, now is a problem.
Relationship. So I have to be honest with you. I can't lie to you and say, oh yeah, girl, she's a girl boss. Like, I've seen so many women like, oh, so Ayesha is not allowed to have her own identity. She's not allowed to express herself. Of course she is. She's a woman. She has her own autonomy. Of course, your identity is not just being a wife and a mother. But why, in expressing that, do you have to disrespect him, embarrass him, and humiliate him on the forefront? Like,
the reason
I don't understand that.
It's so disrespectful what she does because she's a 6. Like, he's an NBA superstar.
Let a man turn right around and do that exact same thing. Let Stephen Curry turn right around and do the very exact same thing that his wife is doing to him. Let him do that to her.
But this is why, this is what I want to tell you to open your eyes where you might not think of it this way, Reva. It's not all her. Steph Curry comes from a line of suckers.
Patterns.
His dad was left by Steph Curry's mother. She was with one of his friends.
Steph Curry's parents, Dell and Sonia Curry, are getting divorced, but it has now turned really ugly.
My man Dell Curry got dumped by Sonia Curry, and she ended up leaving his ass for his white best friend, Steven Johnson.
But this is where we at, fellas. This is where we at, people. How far is an individual willing to go? Some are willing to go so far as to destroy their own marriage, a covenant that they made with the Most High. I hope it was worth it, because after it's all said and done, reality has a way of coming back around and busting you square in your mouth.
Allegedly moved in with him. Booty clapping sounds.
Steph Curry and his father married and now they're paying for it.
Just when I didn't think it was possible, here we go again. Blight Savages, there happens to be two schools of thought when it comes down to the interpretation of how Ayesha Curry is handling her relationship with Steph Curry, treating him like a gold-digging thought that is not want to be Steph Curry's wife. I mean, we just gotta go ask Rick Ross when the rumors on the Twitter X streets is that Rick Ross kicked his model girlfriend to the curb when she kept curving him every time he tried to go in for a kiss. Dodging his kisses like she was Trinity out of the Matrix, tucking her in her lips every time that Rick Ross was trying to cash in on girlfriend benefits.
Now you're reading the room. If something doesn't benefit you, if something doesn't serve you, it's okay to grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and move the fuck on.
Are we making mountains out of molehills? Well, if you just follow the body of evidence, I think we can all see the deal. There's also been body language signs showing that she does not want to stick with this commitment and be doing things expected out of a wife of an NBA legend that still got some good playing years left ahead as he goes after the NBA championship.
We got them Golden State Warriors in the house tonight. Yeah, we got real legends in the house. My man Steph Curry in the house. Y'all give it up for Steph Curry. Steph, looking like a 10-year-old out there. If he just throw the ball up. I said, this motherfucker ain't even playing, man.
But just watch Ayesha Curry right next to Steph Curry. Oh, what do you know? You can't. She was sitting down.
Get your ass up and stand your ass up and get off that damn phone and act like you got some damn sense and stand with your husband.
As you can tell just by the look of her legs and how it's bent, Ayesha Curry, she still got her butt glued in the seat while everyone else is standing up.
At the end of the day, she thinks she's up here and she thinks he's down here. It is not going to change. She does not view Steph Curry as the NBA All-Star World Champion basketball player. She views Steph Curry as this guy that her mom and dad, her parents told her, you need to marry and secure the bag.
Disrespect this man publicly because you're jealous of his success, because he's getting attention and you're not getting enough attention. You used to get attention, but now you're not getting that attention. It has shifted to your husband. And you don't like it. You have a problem with that. Game recognized game. It's amazing how individuals will be jealous of you over the littlest things and then blame shift you like you the problem when it's fucking them.
Him as the guy who was going to be the high school basketball coach as she ran up the bag in either corporate or in the entertainment world. And now that it is the opposite, it eats at her.
This is going to nag at her, nag at them until she ends up. When you marry a woman who thinks she's better than you, when you're with somebody who is ultimately going to be jealous of you, who can't play their role, does not like the spotlight being on you, you're signing up for a life of misery. There's going to be this passive-aggressive, low-level contempt for you because at the end of the day, you're really not what she wanted. You're not what she wanted to do. She wanted something completely else, and she's living a life that somebody else planned for her. And even though it's probably the best thing for her, she thinks she can do better.